When are they going to just cancel The View? It's an awful TV show. There's no way their ratings are getting any better. Joy Behar tries to catch Arnold Schwarzenegger in a gotcha moment, and it completely backfires. Let's get straight off into this.
Self, you are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Yeah. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity.
Love it. Love it. One thing that you can take from this, though, from Arnold is, it's something in sales that I learned. It's called spinning something positive. You can tell she's trying to catch him in like a gotcha moment. What do you think about all this? Do you have a visceral reaction? Already has a negative connotation on what kind of reaction or what kind of response she's trying to get out of him by preempting it with visceral reaction. You know what I mean? Like, this show is so bad faith. They always ask horrible questions. I've reacted to one a while ago with Matthew McConaughey, but this is beautiful what he did. He took the question, realized that it was trying to be a negative. You can tell Arnold's had a lot of media training because this is a perfect way to spin something positive. And then the other girl was like, yeah, that's right. What do you freaking know? You don't know his life. You maybe know him on screen, but you don't really know. That's true. That's really true. Yeah. You don't know. I just don't see how The View's even still around right now. Like, this show, does anybody watch The View? Any of you guys watch The View? I figured as much.
How about no?
I don't watch The View. I just respond to random clips like this. And I just thought this was a great example of Joy Behar trying to catch him in a gotcha moment, and he completely turns it around and gives a perfect example of spinning something positive. Let's get back into it. Whoopi Goldberg's like, man, I was really hoping you was going to crap the sheets on that one. But you didn't. She's like, I got to think of a response.
And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech there. They asked me because I'm an immigrant, and there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day.
That's great.
So it's really a great celebration. And this is what this is all about, is to celebrate.
Bro, I don't even know why they call this show The View. Whose view is it? It sure ain't mine.
People becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And y'all know we don't talk about a lot of politics here, but my whole stance on this, as long as you do it by the process, I'm cool with it. You come over here, you want to work hard, great. Now, I know I was just born here, so was I lucky? Yes, but we all have to take the cards that were dealt. I was raised up poor, but still poor is relative, because some of the rest of the world, I probably wasn't poor. I had a roof over my head, running water, and food in my belly. You know what I mean? So was I really poor in the grand scheme of things? Not really. You're in the top 1% if you make over $30,000 a year, which most people do in America, so that means you're in the top 1% globally. Now, if you look at nationwide, you want to be in the top 1%, you got to make like 700 and something thousand a year. So it's a lot. It's a big difference, right? But you got to take the cards that you're dealt. And I think, at least in my opinion, as long as you come over here, you do it the right way, you're willing to work hard, you're willing to contribute back to the economy, I think it's cool. It's whatever. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger's awesome. Like, I don't know any of his policies. I don't know what he believes. I don't even know about like him being governor and things like that. But like, as far as a dude, he's cool. I liked his movies. He was in The Terminator. You know what I mean? I'll Be Back. You know, like he's an icon. So, I mean, as far as that goes, he came over here and did the dang thing.
That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal, and those people that are doing illegal things in America and they're the foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest, and you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the
She's like touching his arm, like trying to get him to be quiet. Honey, shut up. Don't touch me.
right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being
You see her? She trying to butt in so hard.
abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing
Wait your turn.
is when you become an immigrant to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. But you have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Like I said, I don't know a lot of his policies, but I love it. You know, I think he's got a point. Like, I think if more people appreciated being here more, but this is one thing we have amongst men, amongst women, amongst societies. Everybody's so freaking entitled. Everybody thinks they deserve things. You don't deserve anything. What do you deserve? Kevin Samuels used to say, R.I.P. to the Godfather, the universe owes you no understanding. It doesn't. It owes you nothing. It doesn't owe you any understanding. Life's hard. Cool. Get over it. Would you rather trade lives with, a kid starving in Somalia? Probably not. Land of opportunity, bro. Like, look how great of lives, even everybody that watches, my life included, your life included, like, at the end of the day, more than likely, and y'all know how I feel about people that say at the end of the day.
Stupid.
At the end of the day, when you go home, you probably have a roof over your head, running water, electricity, plumbing, you can go to the bathroom, you have access to food everywhere, you have access to health care, you have access to transportation. There's a lot of places in the world that don't have that. That's why I think every day that you wake up, you should start it with gratitude. Start thinking about the things you're thankful for. Tony Robbins talks about this. Any of you guys know about Tony Robbins? Put a 1 in the chat if you know about Tony Robbins. But Tony Robbins, he does a meditation technique. And the first thing he does is he wakes up, he thinks about 3 things he's grateful for. Right? Whether it's your family, your friends, your job, whatever it may be. 3 things you're thankful for. Then next he thinks about 3 things he's going to accomplish that day. And then how that's going to affect him and then the people around him. Well, I feel like a lot of people don't do that. Sit there and, okay, I'm going to work on these 3 things today. And then what are these things? What are these three things that I'm working on today? Words, Levi, words. What are these 3 things that I'm working on today? How are they going to benefit me? And then how are they going to benefit other people? As this channel has grown, I've thought about it and I've been like, do we just stay on modern relationships? Do we just stay on modern dating? For the most part, I believe so. It's my level of expertise. But I think we're going to start branching out and start doing more things like this. This is why a lot of this stuff is motivational, but a lot of it's funny as well. I try to keep it light. I try to keep it funny, but I also try to keep it super informative so you guys actually get some value out of this and it's not just me being stupid the whole time.
You stupid.
You know, because I feel like after a while you'd probably be like, okay, Levi, this is cool, but it gets really boring because all you do is just make fun of people. Maybe you guys would like that. I don't know. Maybe you guys would love it. I don't know. I don't know, but I try to give you guys enough value in the content that I produce so you come back for the value, but also for the comedic value as well, because I believe they're both important. Oh my gosh, I changed my hotkeys. I forgot. Sorry. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan & 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, but it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. We did some sprints this morning, so he is tuckered out. He is super tired. So we're gonna wheel ourselves over there and give him the treat today instead of making him work for it. Want this? Free? He's been such a sweet boy this morning, so we went on a run, and he's been so tired. He's been so stinking tired. So we were like getting ready this morning, and I was in the shower, and he comes in the shower and he like sticks his head through the shower curtain. He's like, "Dad, I'm lonely, Dad." And I was like, "I'm sorry, buddy. I know you're tired, buddy." All right, let's get into some Twitter clips. See what we got.
So you wanted a 32-year-old who's making $200K.
Sure.
What do you...
Sure. Really? Sure. Yeah, sure. That'll work.
So you wanted a 32-year-old who's making $200K.
Sure.
What do you think the median income is for the age that you specified?
32. I'm going to go ahead and guess 45 to 55. What do you guys think, chat? 45 to 55K.
Like 70 maybe? 65,
No.
70?
No.
Lower?
48,000.
Okay, I was close.
Wow. I would say probably like 70K maybe.
Nope.
It's actually $49,000.
Wow.
Between 65 and 70 for a 30-year-old?
It's actually...
I hate that women think 65 to 70 is not a lot of money. That's good money, dude. Like the fact that they're like 60, 70, like, bro, that's a good bit of coin.
45.
Oh, okay.
And you were the most realistic one so far. For a 26-year-old, what do you think the median income is?
I'm pretty sure it's closer to like 60,000.
Jesus, so out of touch with reality, bruv.
It is $38,000.
Oh, wow.
So a 33-year-old.
I would like to say around 100K.
Stupid. You stupid.
I'm going to say 50K.
Maybe 80K. I'm not exactly sure.
It
But-
is a whopping $49,000.
Oh. Oops. My like brain was somewhere else.
Clearly.
I don't even know. Maybe 50
Okay.
or 60K?
For a 30-year-old, the median
48,
income is
45.
45.
Okay.
So you were close at 50.
I want to say like 60K.
45K.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that shock you?
Yes, it does.
So I'm just gonna put what you wanted in this little calculator here. So $1
you're
million
Delulu.
at 29.
I mean,
It's
I've met a few. I have met a few.
I've met a few. I love it. I've met a few guys that make $1 million. Bro, come on, bro. Like, just stop it, bro. I've met a few guys that make $1 million for $1 billion. Like, are you kidding me? You've met a few, so you think you're eligible for those guys as well? Just meeting somebody doesn't mean you're eligible. You're either a runner or a bike.
She's the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride.
It's crazy to me.
I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but the anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes.
Eye contact.
What? Look at the hives I just got, literally just from making eye contact with a man. I literally feel
You stupid.
so disgusted. I feel like
You got hives from making eye contact with a man. Huh?
like, ow!
And then women are wondering, why aren't men approaching us? Where are all the men at? Good Lord.
calls me out. Don't look at me!
Bro, wow. No words. Why I say women are children, bruv? Women are freaking children. What even is that, bro? What even is that? The fact that this woman thinks that eye contact, I guess, is offensive now, chat.
Is it normal when you go on a good date and the guy is really nice to assume that because he's nice, he's gay?
That would be this box right here. This is
my God.
My relationship chart zones. I simplified this entire area here down to this. So now you have no excuse. You have to get it. What she's saying is when she goes on a date with a guy who has a lot of nice, it doesn't do anything for her. It feels gay. And when she goes on a date with a guy who has a lot of attractive, then it doesn't feel gay. So a lot of guys do these nice things instead of being these attractive things because society told us just be nice, just be yourself. But it doesn't work. Nobody owes you for that. The way that zones works is that these things make her feel attracted to you, and these things make her feel safe with you. So very, very safe, but not very attractive, feels gay. I made a video about this called Sword Pilled. You should watch it. I also made a packet on Patreon. I'm trying to educate the public. The basic idea is you gotta stop trying to be nice. They don't like nice. You have to be attractive and then be nice later if she likes you. Here's a preview from the packet. This is good information. Click the link on my...
Bro, shout out to Home Math. Doing the Lord's work for real. This is why I always say, you gotta be mean. You have to be mean. Women are telling us in lifetime they don't like nice guys. It comes off as gay. You have to be rude. This is why I've always said my philosophy is you prey on her insecurities and then she craves your validation. It sucks. It's not fun. Because us as guys, we don't do that with each other. Us as guys, we're usually pretty genuine. We roast each other. But like when you're close with a guy, in chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. When you're close with like a buddy, with a guy friend, you guys roast each other. Roasting and being mean to each other is a sign of endearment. For women, it's not a sign of endearment. They're like, if a girl's being mean to a girl, they really don't like each other. But guys can be mean to guys, that means we're boys. If I'm mean to you, bro, that means I like you. Like some of y'all, like Ricky Sickle, I be roasting him. Who else do I roast? I'm trying to think. There's somebody else I roasted. But like, if I roast you, I like you. I think you're cool. That's what we as guys do. But women, you got to prey on those insecurities and they crave your validation. But you kind of gotta be rude. You can't be really nice, because if you're really nice, they're just gonna take advantage of you, bro. Like they're just gonna take advantage of you. I'm gonna do a whole video on this chopped man epidemic soon. But I want to give you guys a preview for now, just to see what this is all about. Have you guys heard about this chopped man epidemic?
I'm in the war on the side of the chop man epidemic girl. She's right.
You're beat.
Shots fired. Right, y'all are ugly. You don't.
See, that's what I think. This whole argument is: if you wouldn't date the male version of you, then you should lower your standards.
You don't put effort into your appearances. You don't have hobbies, and you.
Bruh, looking like Kyle.
Expect women to want you. And you're gonna screenshot pictures of me and her while she's talking in an effort to make her feel ugly, when in reality, you would cry of happiness if me or her or any of the women in her comment section touched you with a... You're a liar! 10-foot pole. Why? Because you're a
I would cry because I'm sad.
virgin. And let me make one thing clear. I'm not saying this applies to every single person who might disagree that there's a chop man epidemic. All I'm saying is, men didn't used to have to put that much effort into having an actual personality because they had a bank account. And until the 1980s, women couldn't own those. We couldn't even own our own... You're a liar!
That's a straight up lie. Bro, when could women have a bank account? Well, starting in the 1960s. immediately disproved that. Lord have mercy, honey. To the 1980s, in the U.S., women were legally able to open bank accounts independently starting in the 1960s. Prior to this, married women often needed their husband's permission or cosign to open an account. The Equal Credit Opportunity in 1974 further prohibited discrimination in lending based on sex or marital status, solidifying women's access to financial services. Before the 1960s, married women needed to... Okay, well, in my opinion, though, and I think this is what it is historically, but I could be wrong, so chat, please feel free to correct me. But the reason women weren't allowed to open bank accounts is because we didn't want women going into debt. We wanted that financial risk to go on men because women are a protected class. We protected you guys from not having to go into debt, because now look at it. You guys have $200,000 worth of debt and you went and got a liberal farts degree. Like, what is that? What did you get your degree in? I got it in gender studies. I studied gender. Okay, so you spent 4 years figuring out that there's two genders? What? Huh? How does that make any sense, bro? How does that make any sense? No, it doesn't make sense. That's why people can go get 4 or 5 year degrees and it's in nothing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that video. He's like, all right, what are you majoring in? She's like, I'm majoring in liberal arts and decentering colonization of Native American local. I'm like, what is that? And he's like, can you say it again to make it seem a little bit more simple? And she tries and it sounds just as stupid.
You stupid.
I'm like, this is what people are going into $200,000 worth of debt for. It's crazy to me, bro. If you don't want to go to college, go to a trade school, bro. Go to a trade school, get really good at something, or start your own business. That's what we're going to do for our daughter. We're going to start a fund for her. And when she's 18, she can choose. Do you want to go to college? Would you rather start your own business? Like, what would you like to do with this money? Would you like to, buy a home for maybe you have a boyfriend that you want to get married to? Like, what's the plan for you? But I feel like most parents now push their kids to go to college to get meaningless degrees, and then they're like, why can't I get a job? Why won't anybody hire me? You got a freaking degree in acting. Who cares? Go be an actor. You got a degree in social sciences. What does that mean? You go look at grass? Like, it's just crazy. Like, and there are people that, even if you want to be a geologist, okay, you're gonna go study rocks. Do you expect to make $400,000 a year looking at rocks? Oh, you're gonna go be a paleontologist? Oh, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I never understood it. And I got a meaningless degree. I went and got a music ed degree. I want to be a music teacher. Yay! Awesome! Yay! I want to enrich the youth. Meaningless degree, bro. $40,000, $45,000 a year max is what I was going to get paid. That's why I got into sales, because I was over it. I was absolutely over it. Ain't that right, Lokes? It's horrible. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.